Hello everybody and welcome back. This video is going to be terrible, just fair warning. This is going to be what I'm winter sewing. Sorry it's so dark. I'm sorry I sound so tired. I've been feeling not so great. I mean, I'm fine. But I've been a little bit bleh lately. Mainly because I've been doing so much work. Anyway, this is stuff that I'm going to be winter sewing here at the end of January into February. If you want a complete list of all the different stuff that you can winter sew, I have other winter sewing videos. I'll put a card or something so you can check those out. If you're unfamiliar with the process of winter sewing, I encourage you to check out my complete guide to winter sewing. That can be found in the cards as well. Seriously, it is a game changer, especially if you're kind of like a beginner sewer or something like that. It will change everything. Also, sorry for the audio of this. I'm in an echoey, empty room. You know, you've seen the house. Anyway, so the first thing that can be winter sewed this time of year are cold tolerant hardy annuals. This hardy annual that I have right here are my sweet peas or my Lathyrus odoratus, not to be confused with edible sweet peas. These ones are toxic. I like to start these in 2-liter jugs or deep milk jugs. Lots and lots of room for the roots to grow. That's very important. I wouldn't start these in a regular cell tray. I have a video about how I grow sweet peas completely. Put that in the cards too for you to click on. Also, I'm trying to look. This is an order from Florida that I got. Obviously, I'm not starting sunflowers yet. Sweet peas. As you can see, I got a lot of sweet peas this year because I wanted to do a sweet pea trial after my one last year failed for various reasons. But moving right along, I have this order from Geo Seeds. Now, also is a good time to start thinking about winter sowing our perennial flowers. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. This is Southern Charm Verbascum. I've grown these in the past. Seeds are a little bit pricey for these days, but they're absolutely gorgeous and I think worth it. So hoping to get a bed of these established. Also in this huge Geo Seeds order, things that I'm starting right now are Yarrow. This is the Summer Pastels mix. I just realized that this might be out of focus. I don't know. I hope it's not too out of focus. Anyway, Summer Pastels mix. Yarrow responds beautifully to winter sowing this time of year. Germination will be great on that. I also have a blue spike agastache. I don't know how to say that word. I don't know how to say a lot of those words, and I know y'all get on me for it, but come on. I mean, have you heard me speak lately? It's not exactly the Queen's English I'm speaking, but really excited for this one. This is a first timer for me. It is a perennial. Also, perennials, we have the anemone japonica, or however you say it. These are the fall blooming anemones. This is a range of colors, whites, pinks, purples, that kind of thing. Really pumped up for this one. Another perennial that will be coming back. I also have some angelica seeds. I'm not sure if this is technically a perennial or a biennial. I think it's more of a wildflower. This is my first experience with that. This variety is called Vickers Mead, and it's a very dark, pretty purple. And I also have this Astilbe. Again, I don't know. But this variety is called Bunter Zauber. I don't know who named it. I guess maybe it's named after a person. Who knows? But we're giving those a go. I'm kind of on the fence on whether to winter sow these now or wait until fall, but I think a lot of these hardy annual type early blooming perennials, I'm just going to go ahead and do now, and hopefully they get established before my soil can be worked. A lot of these need to be established before my soil can be worked so they can be planted early. That's why I'm winter sowing them this early. Do not winter sow stuff that is tender to frost. All of this stuff that you see right here is not tender to frost. They can handle the cold, they can handle the frost. It's all good. The next one we have is Virginia, Roseworm Virginia. Completely new to me. I wish I had some valuable insight to give you. I don't. A lot of these are perennials that are completely new to me because I am super duper interested and seeing what's up and growing perennial beds. This is not for that. That was Cleome. That's not for this. I also have Bleeding Hearts. This is Rose Bleeding Hearts. This is another early blooming perennial. I have some of these in the yard already that I didn't plant personally, but I think they're very pretty. So I'm going to try to get a bed of Bleeding Hearts established. Also, I have several packets of Echinacea this year. I love winter sowing Echinacea. You know, the plants are really pricey if you buy them, but you can start a lot of these varieties from seed and have great results. This is the Paradiso Tall Mix. This is a really lovely blend of colors from purple to pastel. I think there's some yellows in there and some salmons. Little bit on the pricier side for seeds for this mix, but I think it's going to be worth it. Also, I have some Gaultheria Procubans. Don't ask me. I ordered it. I Googled it. Apparently, I thought I was into it. I can't recall what these look like. I would love to sit here and try to pretend like I am the expert of the universe in flowers, but I mean, some of this stuff is new to me and I have no clue. Another one of my classic favorites, this is the Silver Cup Lavaterra. Lavaterra is one of my favorite flowers. It is such an easy to grow hardy annual, and the plants do great from early winter sowing and being transplanted as soon as the soil can be worked. Love it. Can't wait to grow some more of that. I also have some Lobelia. This is Starship Deep Rose. This is the first time growing Lobelia for me. Giving it a try with winter sowing shouldn't be a problem. I can feel that the seeds are in a little vial in there, so I'm sure they're small, but luckily I think those are pelleted. I'm not sure. Anyway, next we have some Lizimachia atropurpura Bejulace. I don't know. This is another one that I Googled and I thought it looked awesome. So your guess is as good as mine. If it's a perennial, it's getting winter sowed right now, and I'm confident in its ability to germinate. I've had that much success with winter sowing that just winter sowing this stuff is a thing that I do, and it works well for me. Another one is Monarda or Bee Balm. This is a bee balm mix, and I know for certain this is a great candidate for winter sowing right now. Had plenty of success with this in the past, and I don't see any reason why I shouldn't this time around as well. Also, in my winter sowing box for this time of year, I have some Pennistamen. I guess is how you say it. This one is Husker Red. I think by a lot of these selections, you can tell I'm really, really wanting to establish like a butterfly bed. Really just lots of spiky type of, pollinator plants. So I'm excited for that. I think it'll be really pretty and nice if I can keep the weeds out and establish that. This is Pulsatilla vulgaris hybrids healer strain. This is another one that I can't remember for the life of me what this actually looks like. A lot of these that are new to me are actually little bedding plants that I'm going to be using in kind of a spring flowering bedding mixed border, hopefully, in the future. So it'll be interesting to see how these all grow. Another flower perennial for the butterfly garden. This is Salvia Pratensis Rose Rhapsody. This is a rosy colored, again, flower spiky type plant for pollinators. Should be fun to start those. Also, I have some Verbena here, but I probably am going to wait to sow those. And I also have some zinnias. Not starting those yet because they're frost tender. They can't handle the frost. Don't plant anything that can't handle the frost yet. At least I'm speaking, obviously, if you live in my zone. If you live somewhere warmer, you might be able to do whatever you want. I'm speaking for zone 6B, 7. It's still too early here in January/February. Okay, I also have some Trichellium caruleum. Don't ask me. It's Corine mix. I am sure that this is probably another little bedding plant that I wanted to try out. I'm sorry that I don't have better descriptions of these things other than like, what is this? But this is new territory. This is the first time that I've ever been able to have space for this stuff, so it's new territory for me. This is Saxifraga arenzi, or flower carpet. Again, probably one of those ones that I am going to be using in my little mixed border. A lot of these are like shades of pink and purple, just because I like that color palette. This is my Amivisnaga Green Mist. You have seen this one before, probably. That's one of my cut flowers. I have this leftover straw flower that can be sewed. I also have this edible chrysanthemum from like 5 years ago. I'm finally getting around to sewing that. And it should be still good. Status QIS mix. I can start these right now, get a good head start on these. And probably go ahead and transplant as soon as the soil can be worked in the spring. I'm almost done, I believe. I have some more sweet peas because I have a sweet pea addiction. And I have some dill. Dill is always a good thing to plant. You know, just leftover and stuff for butterflies and whatnot to have caterpillars crawling all over them. I love that. And last but not least, in this collection, I have some Scabiosa. These are the annual Scabiosa, which are a good choice for sowing. Now, a lot of these can be planted in the fall as well as in the spring, or, you know, from a winter sowing. As again, be certain to check out all the different cards that I pop into this video. This is in no way an exhaustive list of all the things that you can winter sow. There are so many hardy annuals that you can winter sow right now, and there are so many perennials and biennials and everything else. This is just what I'm personally sowing this season, so I wanted to include you guys in the process, the planning process, because it's a big one. I feel like I'm way behind in getting this stuff started, and I honestly don't know when I'm going to get it into tray, so I did want to make this video like this rather than me, you know, playing in dirt, so that it would be out there. Again, if you are unfamiliar with the winter sowing method, please be sure to check out my other videos where I describe it in detail. It sounds a little bit complicated at first and you're just like, that's not gonna work, but it really is, in my opinion, one of the easiest ways to start seed. And I think it's a really great way for almost anybody to be able to be successful in growing their own flowers or even growing their own vegetables. It works for vegetables too. That's why it's a really great technique. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. As always, link to the blog and Patreon and everything are down below. So check those out if you want to, and if you don't want to, no pressure there. So thank you so much. I hope that it is bright and sunny wherever you are, and I hope it's a beautiful day because you deserve it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.